Our next guest is a food writer and blogger and is known around town as New Haven's Foodie. Stephen Freeze joins me now. And Stephen, you're here often enough, we should just call you Connecticut Styles Foodie.
Oh, why not? Sure.
You like that?
I do. I love it.
Well, I'm loving this recipe. Where did you get this one?
Okay, this one is an interesting one. 3 different people wrote to me about a year ago for a recipe they liked at Olive Garden for the zuppa toscana. And I know that the corporate chains are really hesitant to give out their recipes. So I have a collection of over 2,000 cookbooks, and I looked through some of them. And this one over here, America's Most Wanted Recipes, lo and behold, had the copycat recipe. And I've gone to Olive Garden, tasted the soup, made the soup, and it is on the money.
This is the specific recipe?
Well, it's a recreation of theirs.
Okay.
Yes, correct.
Perfect.
They won't give out their recipe, but this fits the bill.
Okay,
It
well,
sure
shall we try
Yeah, sure.
making this?
Let me just tell you what we did a little earlier.
Okay.
I have 4 cups of water boiling with 2 cans of chicken stock, and 2 potatoes that were diced, and 2 onions that were diced as well, and those were simmering for a while.
All right, I hope everybody got that.
And it's on the website.
Oh,
It'll be
that's
on your
true.
website.
Absolutely
Okay.
on our website.
So what I would like you to do is to just break up the kale a little more.
Okay.
And what I have in this pot over here is a pound of sausage, and I use the bulk sausage rather than the links and taking the skins off. I just bought the bulk, much easier to do. And sometimes I'll even mix the Italian hot with the Italian sweet. This, I believe, I use the
I love
Italian
that combination.
Sweet. And then over here, I fried some bacon. The recipe calls for a ½ pound of smoked bacon. And buy better quality bacon, and you can definitely tell the difference.
Can you use pancetta?
You can use pancetta. I haven't tried that, but sure, it's got that same pork bacon smell. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this to what's simmering here, the potatoes, the onions, and the stock, as well as the bacon, and we'll give that a stir.
Now, you have heavy cream here. Can we make it less fattening?
Absolutely. The recipe calls for heavy cream. You could use half and half. You perhaps would want to use light milk, fat-free milk.
Okay.
Obviously, it's not going to be as rich, but then again, it won't be
It'll
as rich on your
still
stomach.
taste good.
Yeah.
As long as it tastes good, that's all that matters.
Absolutely. And while you're doing that, I'm going to add about a tablespoon of chopped garlic. And we're going to give that another spin around in there.
Now let's talk about your column coming up.
Oh, yeah. I've got a great column coming out in a week, and it's on the food scene in the Pioneer Valley of Massachusetts, Amherst, where I went to grad school and got my degree in hotel restaurant management. That's where I received my master's degree. So I always go back every year, and the column is going to come out, and it's focusing on several of my wonderful food stops, and one of them is this restaurant, Judy's in Amherst, and she is the home of the popover, and at a later time, that recipe will appear in my column next Sunday. It's in the travel section a week from this Sunday. So keep an eye out for that. Also doing a trip, or putting together the finale of a trip that I've done for a column on Providence, Rhode Island. So a lot of stuff going on. Next year I've got plans already to go to the Road Food Convention in New Orleans.
So busy.
So I'm always on the road and coming up with new things. And one of the things we do here in New Haven is the culinary walking tour, which you've always asked me about.
And that's coming up as well.
Yes, we have the next one on Saturday, October the 16th at 10:45. And the Convention and Visitors Bureau work with me in taking those reservations. Their number is 203-777-8550.
And where are you taking us on this tour?
We start at the top of the Omni, and we go through 10 different stops. So I'd like to keep that a little of a mystique.
Absolutely. You want to surprise us all.
Yeah, top-of-the-line restaurants we go to small ethnic restaurants. We have some other family-run operations. We do tastings of coffee and cheese, but that's part of the fun, is not knowing where you're going.
All right, have I chopped up enough?
You've chopped up enough.
Okay.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to...
How much of this do we actually put in the
recipe? This is 2 cups of kale. This is kale. And
this is the healthy part.
Yes. Before we do that, I'm going to take a ½ a cup of this. And, oh, by the way, another thing that we spoke about earlier is Keith Kuntz is going to be the MC at our upcoming event, the Hall of Fame at Gateway Community College, where I think most people know I'm coordinator professor of hospitality management over there. I always seem to leave that out of what I do. That's my real time. My real job is working at the college 25 years, believe it or not.
And so people can actually go there and learn from you.
Oh, they can learn from us. We've got dinners on Thursday evenings, which I believe are already sold out for the semester, believe it or not.
No, I believe it. You have fabulous recipes to share with all of us, so this is always great. Now, how much of the cream did you put in?
A half cup of heavy cream, but you can use the lighter stuff.
Yes, I would absolutely opt for the more, the less caloric.
And we're going to put the kale in, and we'll want to get some salt and pepper for us right here.
Here it is.
I think we got to take the top off here. One of those newfangled things.
Oh, this is one of those.
Yes, of course. The grinders.
I'm so used. Mine's already ground, so I don't generally need to do it. Oh, this is great.
Isn't that great?
Whoa. I think.
We don't want to put that. All right.
Whoa. Here we go. So you can tell I am not.
And a little pepper.
An expert in the kitchen. All right.
And then
do we need
should
more?
Simmer. Nope, that's fine.
You think you're set?
This should simmer for about 15 minutes. And what is it going to look like?
You're never going to invite me in your kitchen, are you now?
Oh, absolutely.
I don't want to spill the salt in there.
My mother's worse.
She is?
Oh, gosh. My mother doesn't know how to cook. Dad does it all.
Okay.
That's who, I've got to cook
is that
for
how
them.
you learned to cook?
No.
Your dad taught you?
No. I worked in hotels and resorts growing up as a kid, and I just love working in
But you
kitchens.
must have been motivated by your dad.
Yeah, Dad liked to cook. Dad was actually a butcher when I was born, so I was always around food.
All right, they're telling us we've got to move it along, and so are we almost done?
Let's talk for a moment about that book over there. Right off the press, it is a fundraiser for a great organization, Connecticut Mental Health Foundation. They have a great event that's coming up, and we'll talk about that maybe in a future segment, but that book is gorgeous. It has 30 restaurants from New Haven and their recipes, and they have an event November 3rd where you can do a tasting of about, I think, 18 of those restaurants in there.
Very good. Now, do we have everything in?
We have everything in.
So it's time to taste?
It's time to taste, yes.
Excellent.
So let's get you a spoon.
All right, here, we have it right here.
Right there,
we're all ready to go. Wow.
You're going to have a lot left over there for later.
Oh, I'm going to be sharing it with the staff, believe me.
Okay.
They always enjoy having you here. Very, very good.
Zuppa Toscana.
Zuppa Toscana.
And again, this book is terrific. It has recipes from all of your favorite chain restaurants that you can recreate at home, and he's done a great job in trying to come up with their secrets.
All right, so check out that recipe on our website. Thank you so much, Stephen, for coming in.
My pleasure.